Hello and welcome back to the Faith Case Podcast. Usually, I do these Electoral College videos by myself, but today we have Mason, and we also have some news. Greg, he never comes on the show, so we're giving him 5 more days, and if he doesn't come on, we're not going to kick him off, we're just going to make him a regular guest. Even though he is still a founding member, but we're going to go into the Electoral College first. A couple things have changed, such as frickin' Utah being listed as a swing state, which I'm guessing is because of Evan McMullin. Pennsylvania's not listed as a swing state anymore. Virginia isn't. Those are now going blue. And Trump, the thing with Pennsylvania is, that's a state Trump needs to win. If he doesn't win there, it's essentially over. Minnesota was listed as a swing state, but those Minnesotans got their brains back, and they're blue again. So, Mason, let me go, let's get the Nevada polls up. I think I did one of these videos, and these videos actually end up getting a good bit of views, and the reason the last video ended up splitting, the reason the video ended up splitting in 2 parts is because my mic unplugged, and the Bandicam luckily just stopped instead of kept recording. Alright, so Clinton has the lead there, Nevada's going blue, and let me go and move this so you guys can see here. So Clinton is already... Mason, are you seeing the screen?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right about now.
So Clinton already, if Clinton just wins Wisconsin, and then Trump can sweep the rest of the states, and it doesn't matter. So let's go to Utah. I think Trump still has of the average of the polls, I think he still has the lead, but and then from 538, which I use 538, the thing I use for polls, Real Clear Politics, and then I use 538 for predictions. Yeah, see, Trump still has a slight lead, and when I say slight, I mean, oh my god, insanely slight lead. But then from 538, I'll read that headline, I'll read that later. It said they might be underestimating him. So honestly, and then Clinton is in dead heat with him. Literally, is Trump... some of these polls were done before Evan McMullin started getting his boost. So,
Wait, McMullin's running?
Evan McMullin.
Yeah, is he running?
Yeah, as an independent, but he's...
Oh, I never noticed.
Yeah, no one knows who that... Not even his friends know who Evan McMullin is. Nobody knows who Evan McMullin is, except Evan McMullin and his parents. Only people who know that.
Was he like a senator in a state or something?
No, he was intelligence director for the Republican House Committee, I believe. Alright, so again, it won't let me turn Utah independent on this, and since Trump does have the lead there, we'll give him Utah to Trump. But listen closely, there's a hell of a chance that Evan McMullin is going to win Utah, and I don't agree with McMullin.
You're listing Maine as a slightly.
No, it was already listed as that, and it's like that because one electoral vote, the congressional districts have their own electoral votes. One usually goes to a Republican, and it's a swing this year. So that's why Nebraska's like that as well. The only things I've changed so far are Nevada and Utah. I think Clinton still has this. Ooh, Trump has came up.
Who do you think Arizona's gonna go to?
I mean, historically, it goes to the Republican, but this year it could go to Clinton. Oh my god, Clinton has a slight lead there. So let's go ahead. But since the last video, Trump has picked up some steam. There we go, Clinton wins the election.
Do slight blue.
No, I can't. On this, it's only blue or red. Now,
you can't do leaning?
No, on Real Clear Politics, you can. For the next Electoral College map, which we'll do November 1st, we'll use Real Clear Politics. Which is, it's a little, slower, but it works pretty well.
I definitely have to agree with you on, Alaska.
Yeah, believe me, Alaska's gonna go right. Wouldn't it be amazing,
I know a lot about Russia, because I can see it from my backyard.
Wouldn't it be amazing if Alaska went blue, though?
It'd be great.
It would. And, I just have to say this about Texas. Lots of people don't realize, in about it's not going to be the next election. In 8 to 20 years, Texas is going to turn blue. And do you know why, Mason?
Latino vote.
Exactly. It's rising pretty fast. And just imagine this. Imagine Texas going blue. The Democrats could literally lose the majority of the swing states, and they would still win. Because Texas is essentially the Republican version of California. Democrats need California, Republicans need Texas. And just imagine that. Imagine Electoral College looking like
Well,
that.
also, if you look in places like Austin, Texas, if you review polls from Austin,
Oh, the Democrats,
Austin,
yeah. The Democrats
Austin
have
is
the
a
lead.
much more democratic place than a place like Dallas. Dallas is
Yeah.
probably one of your more Republican
bigger
places.
cities, racially diverse bigger cities, tend to be, I'm not going to say more liberal, but more blue. We will go ahead and look at the polls from Virginia and Pennsylvania, though. I know they were marked as blue, but I just want to see the polls. I know Hillary's ahead in both.
I think North Carolina's probably going to go to Trump.
It might.
Mostly because of the gay rights law.
No, but a lot of people are revolting against that in North Carolina now. I mean,
Well, that's good.
there's still those people that are like, them gays shouldn't be. Well, there was a transgender. Well, it was a anti-gay and an anti-transgender thing. But there's still those people that are like, I don't want them gays.
I want them faggots. If I can refuse a gay person service, can I not refuse a black guy
Yeah,
service?
that's a really good argument.
A fat guy?
Oh, this is surprising. Donald Trump has a 3.3 on average lead in Iowa. And Iowa hasn't gone red since 2004. 2008 it went blue, and 2012 it also went blue. And Iowa has always...
I think that's because good old Trump's in there is just grabbing them all by the pussy.
Probably is. But Iowa is kind of a conservative... It's like in the Midwest, the states, Wisconsin is arguably... It is the heart of the progressive movement, and that's very hard to argue with. Like Robert La Follette, his two kids. Minnesota is, right now anyway, insanely progressive. Mark Dayton, he would have been a great vice president, and I would have wholeheartedly approved of that, but he wasn't from a swing state, so, But I would,
No, you wouldn't have.
I would have liked that. We're going to look at the Wisconsin polls where Hillary's probably has like a 20-point lead. Here's the thing about Wisconsin. If the Democrats can and Wisconsin Democrats, most of them, except for Ron Kind's a centrist, but Gwen Moore, Mark Pecan, Tammy Baldwin, when Russ Feingold takes his Senate seat back, the majority of the Democrats from Wisconsin
Meanwhile, back at
are
Wisconsin.
insanely progressive. And, I think in some of these polls, the Republican women, they tell the pollster they're voting for Trump, but then when they go into the booth, they're voting. They're going to vote blue.
Damn, I want me some double-strap dress shoes.
I would approve that. And the reason Clinton just went down to 242 is because I marked Pennsylvania and Virginia as swing states, because I do want to look at the polls, even though Hillary probably has a very comfortable lead there. Wisconsin, she probably has an 8-point lead, in all honesty. 6 point... Ooh, she's ahead in all the polls, though, so...
On God.
So, Wisconsin goes blue. I don't think Wisconsin's gone red since 1984, when Reagan ran for a second term. And back to the thing about the Midwest. North Dakota and South Dakota, they're pretty conservative states. Iowa's kind of... The Republicans there are pretty conservative, and the Democrats there are fairly liberal. Illinois, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Minnesota are the very reliable blue states in the Midwest. Indiana's a conservative state, and Ohio's a, whatever you want, swing state. But it's really split evenly. In the Midwest, the Republicans are conservative, and the Democrats are liberal. And that's just a fact. And, honestly, I know I'm against the two-party system, but this year I don't think it's the year for a third-party vote. But I kind of want the Green Party to get at least 5% of the vote, so then they can kind of start getting the federal funding, or whatever. I've heard Jill Stein talk about it a while, and so they can start organizing for the next elections, and maybe we can get out of the two-party system.
Yeah.
What do you say about that?
Dude, parties are a lot like genders. There's 2 parties, 3 parties, 4 parties, even 5 parties.
Let's see. Yeah. What the fuck, Ohio? Trump is ahead there.
In Ohio?
In Ohio, on average. And I do this based...
That's bullshit.
I do this based on average, just for you guys to remember that. So he gets Ohio.
That's just nuts.
But honestly, on election day, is Hillary going to win Ohio? Probably.
Nope.
We don't know.
It's Trump's just gonna be grabbing all them states by the pussy.
Yeah. So that's what we're looking at so
If
far.
you elect me as president, I can do a lot more things with it. I can twist it, pull it, and bop it.
But honestly, and then at the end of this video, we're going to do a Senate. We're going to do another look at the Senate, but we'll do that in another video. And then at the end of the video, I'll show you what the states will probably look like in about 20 years, and what they'll probably stay looking like. Let's see, Pennsylvania, Trump versus Clinton.
I mean, I think in 20 years,
Most
pretty
states
much
are going to be blue.
I mean, except maybe Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee. I mean, not Tennessee. Tennessee's nearly a blue state, in my opinion.
It really is. I mean, the Republicans there are conservative, but the Democrats there are fairly liberal. Give it 20 years. The states
Yeah,
that
give
will
it 20 years and we'll have a Democratic state.
The states that will probably always stay red are the states that Strom Thurmond won back in 1948. South Carolina, Alabama, Mississippi, and Louisiana. But then Arkansas and Oklahoma will probably stay red.
I mean,
then
possibly Arkansas.
might
I
turn
mean,
blue.
I think Arkansas might stay red, like, for a long time.
Yeah,
but I think Alaska might. I'm not sure about Alaska either, man.
It might. But then some states, like... I mean, the thing about North Dakota and South Dakota... I mean, North Dakota does have a Democratic senator as well. So, I mean, North Dakota votes red most of the time. But, I mean, they do have a Democratic senator. So, I mean, North Dakota could go blue. South Dakota is very conservative. North Dakota is not as conservative as South Dakota. But they usually go red. That'd be nice if North Dakota could just say, like, fuck you to Trump and just, like, vote blue. I mean, it's only 3 electoral votes, but... Clinton has a 5-point lead on average. And... she's gonna win there. There she goes.
Oh yeah, she's gonna win. It's already decided. Trump, he's gonna lose.
Yeah, she's already won the election.
Even Republicans are pulling support from him. So
yeah, John McCain unendorsed him, and he said he's gonna write in Lindsey Graham. I don't know if he's doing that tongue in cheek, so he didn't say, "Oh yeah, I'll be voting for Hillary," because he doesn't want to lose some of those hardcore Republicans that hate Hillary. Because,
hardcore you, baby.
In most of these polls, like, everyone says John McCain's having a tough re-election campaign, which it is pretty tough, but he's ahead, like, 16 points. But we'll save that for the Senate video. We'll probably do a House race, and lots of people need to realize the Democrats actually do have a shot at taking back the House. I did a video on that earlier. We're going to have to do an update. Let's go to New Hampshire, Trump versus Clinton. Oh, the Senate race in New Hampshire is it's tight there. You have a popular governor against a popular senator. God, it's close. Hopefully, Megan Son can beat Kelly Ayotte, but god damn, it's close. Trump has a 7-point lead. In one poll, she had a 15-point lead in New Hampshire. New Hampshire's going blue. And, New Hampshire, I mean, it's still considered a swing state, but it's really become pretty reliable.
I can't believe, like, New Hampshire is a blue state, and it's all the way up north, man.
You mean a swing state?
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe...
Literally, it's right next to... The states that it borders are insanely liberal.
Do you know that,
I mean, Maine,
Trump
you could argue.
is what... Do you know that Trump's gonna win, New York?
Yeah, he wishes. Even if he won New York at this point, which he's not gonna do, he would still lose the election. Wait,
I mean, New York does have a lot of...
Oh, wait, no, not true. Hey, let's go ahead and... Since Trump thinks he's going to win New York, let's mark New York as a swing state. And we'll look at the polls from there. Believe me, I just taking a wild guess here. Hillary probably is insanely ahead there.
No, man, he wins.
Yeah.
You be knowing it.
You be knowing it, man.
Y'all damn commie.
Yeah, but...
Trying to put communism in
I think
prison.
the states that will always stay red are like Idaho, Utah, Wyoming, Montana, and South Dakota, Nebraska, and Kansas.
That's because Utah is the Mormon state.
Yeah, Utah is never going to turn blue. I mean, that would... honestly, this year, if Evan McMullin doesn't come out ahead of Trump, Hillary could. And just imagine if Hillary won Utah. I mean, I would applaud her and say, wow. Just wow.
Whoa.
Whoa.
You did something good, Hillary.
Yeah, you done did it. Now where are them emails?
I need them emails so I can.
Hillary has an 8-point lead on average in Virginia. Let's just say she's gonna win there. She's at 260 since I marked New York as a swing state. Because, you know, I'm gonna win New York.
Win New York.
North Carolina is pretty close.
Turns out to be Trump actually wins New York. Whoa.
That would be pretty surprising.
He probably still wouldn't win the election because of the 55 peoples in goddamn California.
Yeah. But right now she's at 260 to 187. But if you turn New York blue, she's comfortably ahead. But we're marking it as a swing state because I'm going to win New York.
I'm going to win New York.
Now let's go and look at the average here. Clinton, a new poll, Clinton leads by 7 points. That's nice. That's going to help.
In New York? Oh, no, in North Carolina.
In North Carolina, which is, yeah, Clinton has a small lead there. But let's give her North Carolina. And she won the election.
North Carolina. Tails, California.
But,
I'm way greener.
Let's go and look at Georgia. You know, I do enjoy doing these videos weekly, because a lot changes. I think in the last video, we had Georgia marked as red. Let's see what the poll average is. Isn't it amazing, though, even though Hillary probably isn't going to win in Georgia, that Georgia is a swing state this year?
That's crazy.
It really is. And in 2012, Mitt Romney won North Carolina. In 2008, Obama did. And if Clinton wins there, that could really start making North Carolina a blue state, which would be nice. And props to Tim Kaine. Tim Kaine is really one of the guys who made Virginia into a blue state. So, like, he helped the Democrats with that one. It's still considered a swing state, but it leans towards the Democrats.
A swing state?
Swing state. But I cannot wait till the election. We're not going to live stream it, but we're going to go ahead and record it. And we'll do, like... Trump is, of course, ahead in Georgia, so let's go and give him Georgia.
Bag marriage? Not okay in my book.
But it doesn't really matter, even if he wins Georgia. I mean, sure, it helps him. And lots of people are saying Trump's only going to get like 180 electoral votes, which I'll show you what they mean by that in a second. Let's go and look at Florida polls.
Dude, 180 twist. Yeah.
Okay. Real Clear Politics, let's take a look. I think Clinton is ahead here. Yeah, the last video I did was in... No, there's no way that was in September. The last Electoral College video I did. No way. Yeah, Clinton has a 3-point lead there. Not very much, but again, even if you win by 1 vote, you're good. So she wins in Florida. 304 to 203. Now it comes down to New York.
Oh my gosh, that's like a huge Trump loss.
It really... And it's a huge...
That's like weird. And Trump
no, but
has
then
more
I'm going to show you what
her,
most... Then I'm going to show you what most people think it's going to look like. So a couple of states are going to change color, and that it's not going to help Trump.
Aren't you going to go ahead and mark New York as a blue state?
We don't know. I mean, Trump said he's going to win there, so I mean, we don't know. We're going to go ahead and take a look. I mean, wouldn't it be amazing if, remember that one time he said, "I'm going to win California." Just imagine, him winning California would hurt the Democrats so much, but it's not going to happen.
It would screw everything up.
Yeah, let's go and look at the New York polls. I guarantee you Clinton has a huge... Yeah, Hillary Clinton has a 21-point lead. Okay? If New York was a swing state, which it's not, oh my god. 21 points. Christ. Alright, so I'm not gonna... I'll mess with the congressional districts, I guess. No, Maine... Regular Maine is gonna go blue. It's probably all
Well,
right.
it doesn't even really matter that much, you know why?
Yeah, I know. Nebraska
it's only 4 delegates.
Usually Nebraska goes red, and then 1 congressional district goes blue. So that's what it's gonna... This is what the map, according to the polls, minus those congressional districts, because I didn't look those up. I'm just basing those on past elections. But this is what most pollsters think the election is going to look like. Go and turn that red. Turn that blue. Where
Ohio? Whoa.
Yeah, a lot of people think Ohio's... I mean, Trump does have a slight lead there, but all of it is in the margin of error. And if they get the people out to vote, Hillary's going to win there. Iowa, lots of people argue with me on this. They say, oh, Iowa might go blue. It might, but it's... Say it does go
Give
blue.
Give it one congressional district.
No, Iowa is... It's all 6. But Iowa's going to go red probably this year. Let's see, I'm trying to think of other states that could turn. Let's take a look at Missouri.
I mean, Missouri usually is
Missouri
quiet.
used to be a swing state. But this is what I think. Ma!
There's no. Oh my god.
Interrupt much? Alright, but this.
Well, what
again,
did she even ask you?
This is the map currently based off polls. This is what's but this, according to most pollsters, they say Iowa's gonna go blue. Trump has. It might, but this is what the map. We're waiting on Missouri. Is what it's probably gonna look like. Is this right here? That is a landslide for Hillary. I mean, it's not really. I mean, it's in modern times. That's definitely a landslide. But there has been bigger landslides. I mean, look at Reagan in 1984. I think Walter Mondale only won his home state of Minnesota and Washington, D.C. That's not saying that Walter Mondale wouldn't have made a great president. He would have. But I'm just pointing this out that there's been bigger landslides. Yeah. Okay, Trump does have the lead, and so this is what Mason,
I say give him Missouri.
Yeah, Missouri is already red. But this is what I think the map. Say Evan McMullin wins in Utah. We'll mark it as a swing state since we can't change it to independent. This is what the map. And I'm gonna read that article soon, and then I'll do a update video saying what that article said. This is what the map's probably gonna look like. In all honesty, is this right here? And say Evan McMullin doesn't win there, just to make this simpler. This is what the map's gonna look like. And then to finish this episode. We said in what, about 20 years, what some of the states are going to look like? Isn't that what we said? 20 years. Texas is going to go blue. Let's look what else.
Missouri.
Missouri will probably go blue.
North Dakota.
Probably not. In the South, let's look in the South. Georgia is probably going to turn blue. South Carolina's probably going to stay red.
Okay, you know for a fact Kentucky's not going to turn blue.
Yeah. Indiana is probably going to turn blue. And, oh, just imagine if it looked like this. Which, honestly, Mason, are you looking at this?
Yeah.
The map could look like this year. Minus Texas, of course. Turn Texas
That would
red.
be beautiful, though.
It could look like this. But that's what the map is probably going to look like in 20 years or so. Tennessee, say Tennessee goes blue. But honestly, the map... Let me go and take back Georgia, because... But this is what... and Iowa will eventually turn more blue. This is what the map's no, Iowa's probably going to stay red, because there's a very small minority. The black's a very small minority. And Missouri's growing population of Democrats and stuff, so it's probably going to turn blue. So this is what the map's probably going to look like in about 20 years. And this is what the map would look like if only women voted. I do this joke every time.
Whoa, if only women.
You see what I'm doing in the South? You know for a fact, even if women voted in these 5 states right here, they'd still go red.
Oh yeah. Because you got those, like, some women that are like, I like my women.
Alright, but thank you guys for watching, and goodbye.